Okay, let's see. Okay, so hello again. Yeah, let's get started. In case, as I'm sure you noticed, the new, layout for Twitch went out over the last while. And as I'm also sure you noticed, I haven't fixed any of my channel at all. Mostly because I've been busy enough that until today I didn't even notice it. And then I logged in today and was like, oh, what's this noise? So yeah, that happened. So, yeah, that happened, pretty much. That'll be a thing that I'll do. I'll set up my channel to look prettier sometime in the next week or 3. Somewhere in there. You know? Somewhere in that very narrow span of time of 1 to 3 weeks. Which, man, that's where my schedule's at these days. Low-key, that is 100% why I've been reducing the amount of editing on my YouTube videos that have gone up. Is because I'm busy. And I don't got time for any of that noise. Ew, how did my rogue survive with only one little dinky bag? Ugh. Oh yeah, that's right, we got that. Cool. It's nice having slice and dice. Even if it's not super worth using at this point, because things don't live long enough. Like, slice and dice is a good opener and a good buff to keep on, but honestly, against enemies, against this few enemies, it's really just not worth keeping on. This few enemies and enemies that die in this few hits, like, the combination of the two is what makes it not worth it. Like, these things just don't live long enough for the slice and dice buff to matter. If you're curious, slice and dice increases my melee attack speed by 20%. Like that's what it does. So it makes me hit faster. But it's just not worth using because I do it in place of another attack. So it's not worth casting because these things die too fast. Like, I'm better off just killing these unless I'm in a situation like this one where I'm fighting multiple enemies. Then, and only then, is it worth it to use slice and dice. And even then, not sure this was worth it. Not sure it actually helped me all that much. But hey, it probably helped a little bit. Being a rogue is so nice. You just get to watch things die. It's a great experience. I greatly recommend being a rogue. But yeah, yeah, schedule's been rough for me recently. Been super busy and trying to figure out all the stuff that I have to do. And it really is a long list these days. And I'd really like a nap, but that's not gonna happen. Not this quarter. You know, I was busier with school and work last quarter, but last quarter I wasn't streaming for 8+ hours a week. Nor was I having to cry. Yes, that's obviously what I meant. No, nor was I having to deal with all the other annoyances that I currently have to. You know, all the inconveniences of not living in my own place. Plus, I can't go out to eat. I can't get food in. That means that I'm spending an increased amount of time, you know, cooking like everyone else right now. You know, we all have to spend more time cooking these days, and that's just reality right now, right? Like, if you are still in a place that's locked down, that's just... cooking is your life. Okay, so you know how I joked last time about how, haha, if someone really had one character of every race and class, and that's how you really know they've got a problem. So, I'm not saying that I did that, or that I'm gonna do it until they hit level 60. I am saying, though, that is 3 enemies, and that is more than I was really prepared to fight here. And what is with all these misses? I am real annoyed with all these misses, like... Also, yeah, I'm so dead. But no, I was annoyed, like, that was a string of, like... I didn't actually count them as they went by, but I missed at least... I noticed that I'd missed a lot on the 3rd miss in a very short period of time. That's when I noticed and was like, oh, wait, what? Because that thing would have been very dead. And then I probably would have been fine. Like, I wouldn't have been super healthy at the end of that fight, but I would have lived through it. Which, you know, is a pretty big difference from what happened. Okay, let's go back, find somewhere to revive where I don't have to fight 3 enemies at once. Also, that was some bad luck that I expected Milanus to be close enough to aggro. That the guy on the other side of him was close enough to Milanus to aggro. I did not expect that. Okay, let's... get some sweet health back. And secure myself somewhere to... Oh. They can't come into the water. Right. Well, this is awkward. Oh, gosh darn it. Like, see, yeah, that one is apparently just close enough that it's going to... I need to go and die somewhere where I can revive somewhere that's not crappy. Yeah. Yeah, this is an unfortunate situation where Milanus is spawned right there, because I literally can't fight him without fighting 3 things. And I might be a rogue, and rogues might have it pretty easy, but I don't think I'm good enough at roguing to do that. Yeah, this time I'm gonna, as soon as Milanus comes up, I'm gonna gouge him, and then in the time that he's down, try and kill one of the others, and hope that that does it for me. But first I have to wait for my health to regen back to full. You know, like you do. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm not saying that I made all those characters, but I am saying that I do know what the maximum amount of characters you can have is. And I do know, gotta finish this guy off before that other jerk gets here. Okay, there we go. Let my health regen go until that guy, Thregal, gets over here. Then kill Thregal. And then really wish I could... What? Why? Just why? Why did you aggro on me? Whatever, it's fine. There we go. Okay. Is that better or worse than what I have on? Better. I don't care about binding it to me, that's fine. It's a better weapon than what I have equipped. Bind that to me. Give it to me. Okay, we only got 2 this time, which is, you know, that's promising. How did I... Okay. I forgot that when you switch targets, you lose combo points. Darn it. Okay. It's fine. I just gotta make it back there before the one that I killed respawns. This is just annoying because that's easily the worst spawn for Melanus for me. His other 2 spawn points are both much easier to handle than that one. Because there's other things in that room that will fight you. Whereas both of his other spawn points are relatively isolated, so you only have to fight at most 2 things at once, instead of 4 if you really have bad timing or get unlucky. Because, yeah. And then if any one of them gets to run away, they have a bunch of things in the immediate vicinity to attract. Whereas in that upper section, there's really nothing for them to attract. It's like, this down here, this is the worst place for Melanus to be. Okay, now I just gotta manage to aggro Melanus without aggroing Melanus' friend. First, I have to let my health regen. And hope that nothing respawns in the meantime. Okay, health is almost regenerated.
I can't do that yet.
Gosh darn it. We got Melanus' friend, and I really didn't want Melanus' friend.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Oh, get back here, Melanus. You don't get to leave. Give me your head. You don't get to leave either. Even if I miss a whole bunch. Oh, that's what made me miss so much. Huh. Good to know. Wait, evade? Excuse me? There we go. What was that VS that it suddenly started evading me? The game was like, oh, it can't hit you. Like, what do you mean it can't hit me? I'm in melee range. I'm standing quite normally, I assure you. Anyway. Let's get out of here. One nice thing about playing a rogue is that you can just kind of leave places. You know, rogue is one of the classes that is blessed with the ability to just get out of dodge. You just leave. And they can't stop you. Like, you just get to walk away. And until sprint runs off, they can't really stop you. Okay, let's go out here. Go turn this quest in. and then do the road to Darnassus on the way to turn in the Relian Greenspire quest. Okay, let's keep on walking. Do not like the font that shows how long stream has been going. I don't know if it shows the same font to people that aren't me, but I don't like that font. Like, it's ugly. And I wish it was a different font. Like, I don't know exactly what other fonts I would like, but not that. You know? Okay.
Farewell.
This character knows first aid, right? No? Okay. Let me go get that.
Hello.
Yeah, thank
May
you.
the stars guide you.
Okay, let's make some linen bandages. I'll look more at this new interface. Yeah, the interface is interesting. But yeah, so as I was saying that I keep distracting myself and not finishing, I'm not saying necessarily that I have created a character of every race and class in this. I am saying that I know what the maximum number of characters is, and that there are in fact enough characters to do that, so long as you don't have too many spare characters for, well, anything else. So you know, no doubling up. That's not gonna work. And I'm definitely not saying that my lowest level character is now level 2. I'm not saying any of that. Just saying all my humans are level 3. And that with the amount of characters you can have, I could have spare humans and Taurens, which are my favorite races to play. And I kept the amount of gnomes and dwarves to a minimum. And trolls. Would have kept the number of undead to a minimum, but man, the chance to play another mage is just too fun. You know? Mages are fun to play. I might drop for any of the extras there. So the characters who I have, whose type I have multiple copies of, are completely viable choices to just drop later. I was not creative with the names, and I will not be streaming those other characters. So I'll only be streaming on here these characters. I probably won't even ever hit level 60 on the others. It's just something fun to do that's like single player gaming that I can just go do and just be on my own and not have to be talking, not have to be on, not have to be doing anything except play for a little bit. Unfortunately, because of how packed my schedule is, I don't actually have a lot of time to do it, but I have a little bit of time to do it. Something like half an hour a day. It's not a lot, but it's something. And it's rest time that I really needed. I'm feeling a lot better since I started taking that time. I also started doing a few other things that are more resting and self-care kind of stuff. And just all of that's really, really made me feel better the last couple of days. It's been nice. Hopefully I continue to feel like it's a good investment of my time. Because it is. So yeah. Reminds me, did I get dual wielding? I did get dual wielding. Cool. I do need to actually find a one-handed weapon to put there, though.
I don't have enough energy.
Get back here. There is only death for you, buddy boy. Only death. Yeah, I definitely need to learn dual wielding. That makes life much easier as a rogue. Okay, got nice 3 combo points, and then just end this fool. Yep, lots of stuff to do. Yeah, I've been really busy. I'm behind on a lot of things. But on the bright side, yeah, I like the blue better, so we'll keep that. On the bright side, I only have to do this for like another month, and because of COVID, it's looking like I won't have a summer job, so I'll be really free then. Of course, that only helps if I actually don't make myself super busy, because in in spring of last year, I was really busy. Like, I way overburned myself. It was a terrible experience. And then in fall, I was relatively okay, still kind of busy, but I was actually not being as busy, taking more time to play games, hang out with friends, that kind of stuff, you know, things that are important for one's mental health and stability over time. And then during winter, I kind of started doing the YouTube thing. And I went and I started going back into this really bad habit I have of I just kind of expand what I'm doing to fill up my available time and energy until I'm at a breaking point. And yeah, that's why even though this is an easier quarter than last quarter, I feel more stressed because I increased to 2 videos a day. I increased to doing 8 hours of streaming every week, you know, because that's just kind of what I do. It's a really bad habit. I do not recommend it. Make sure to take rest time. I regret it every time I let this kind of creep in, because it's a terrible experience to keep yourself so busy that you don't get to rest. Like, there are some times where you have to do that because of, you know, important things going on, but I do it as a lifestyle, and I don't recommend that. Cannot recommend that. Like, it definitely should not be the default, that's for sure. But yeah, I very much recommend that you don't do that. If you're the same kind of person as I am and you do that, I recommend you get better about not doing that. I don't know. Like, I don't really have obviously I don't have too much good advice on how to not, other than just kind of don't. That's about the extent of my knowledge and expertise on how to not do it. I don't know, sometimes I manage to not, and sometimes I definitely don't manage to not. Which was a heck of a sentence, wasn't it? But hey, I'm the only person here, so you know, there's no one here to make fun of me for weird sentences, so there's that. Someone might watch this recording later and make fun of me for weird sentences. Why do I have another Apple Falls? The heck? Why is it saying I can turn that in here? The Apple Falls. Sierna and Darnassus. They say I'm love struck, whatever that means. So where is Sierna? If I were Sierra, where would I be? Apparently somewhere in this vicinity, but that's definitely not Sierra. So perhaps Sierra walks through here? Well, only thing I can do is walk around and look for Sierra, maybe up here? No? Okay. Let's look down here. We're on a journey to find Sierra, because apparently she's somewhere in this vicinity. Maybe underground here, that might be the answer. That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's the answer. And yeah, I guess I could just ask where a rogue trainer was and I would have gotten directed here. Oh well. Wasn't this one? We brought flowers for your own funeral. Had I saved every flower that dolt Janok had sent me, I would have had the means to open a shop. Regardless, it seems as if Janok's latest career may prove to be useful. Interested in some work, rogue? I believe there's one being that may be able to help us understand what's happening to the force of Teldrassil. Unfortunately, getting the creature to cooperate has proven disastrous. He hides on a branch at the outskirts of the Oracle Glade. All have so far approached the satyr, whether through force or diplomacy, have met with doom. Perhaps stealth is the answer, Swordstab. Find what Sether the Ancient carries in his pack, and report back to me.
Good luck, friend.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Will do. Off we go. To jump off a cliff. It's gonna be a real long day. You know? Real long day. It's already been a real long day, to be honest. I woke up at a time best classified as too early. Though actually it wasn't all that early. I woke up at like a little bit after 7, which isn't too bad. It's definitely more in line with when I want to be waking up than where I was last week, where I was waking up at like 5 in the morning or earlier. Yeah. That's probably part of the reason I feel better, because my sleep schedule is actually, you know, realigned and regular. So I'm not feeling tired while doing other things just because my body wants to sleep. Anyway, oh, I'm gonna check something. I've gotten everyone up to level 11, right? Cool. Sword Stab will just be the first one I bring up to level 12, then. Might as well, right? No particular reason not to, anyway. Actually, no. It'll bother me if I don't do things in order. Best heals it is, then. Okay. Best heals, where are you at? You can go kill some Gnarlpine ambushers, or you can go do the Relics of Awakening West. Well, let's go kill some Gnarlpine ambushers first, and then we'll probably dive into doing all the relics. And what a journey that will be. It will take some time. But hey, that's okay. Let's go to kill some ambushers. Gonna prevent them from ambushing anyone anymore. By ambushing them before they can ambush anyone else. Yeah, that's right. I just power word shielded myself before even getting to the enemies. It's a power move. It's a power play. You know? I'm flexing on them with my... flexing on these ambushers with my shield, you know? Yeah, that's right. Got nothing. It died in a really annoying place. Took actual effort to get its corpse. That's annoying. Anyway, smite the next one. Move on. Not much else to do. There we go. Next one, smote. Let's go on and smote the next one yet again. Okay, there we go. Getting this thing well and truly smote. Smitten, I guess? That sounds more like the elf one, and that just doesn't sound right, right? But that's the right word, I guess. My admittedly imperfect knowledge of English says that that is in fact the right word. Whether it in actuality is or not, I'm not sure, to be honest. But it says that it's the right word. So, you know. You know, maybe that's why these guys all run at me after I smite them. It's because they're smitten with me. Well, that might sound ridiculous at first glance. You don't know that I'm wrong. You just assume I am because of your prejudice against Gnarlpine, Ambusher, and Dwarven relationships. So, really, if you were more open-minded, you would say, of course that's what's going on here. Although maybe the fact that I murder them afterwards tends to make it seem like that's not the case. But you know, let's not kink shame here. Oh, yep, fading. Not gonna work for sneaking past these guys. Just not gonna work out. Okay. Let's destroy these nerds. Why in the world did those three just come over here? Like, who invited you jerks? Because I don't remember doing it. For the record, I definitely didn't do it. Like, they came over very uninvited. Well, you know, we're just gonna walk away at this point. Because I do eventually lose that. I'm fairly certain I run out of health and mana before the shaman runs out of health. And until the shaman runs out of health, I'm at a deficit in that situation. Yeah, I think what happened is the shaman patrolled just close enough to me to aggro on me. And at the same time, the defender was just close enough to the shaman that when the shaman aggroed on me, the defender aggroed on me. And that's just a really unfortunate chain of events. And, yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's drink some water to restore our mana, because water is where mana comes from. That's why when you breathe, you get mana, because there's moisture in the air. Yeah. And as you get higher level, the air around you becomes more humid, which is why you regenerate more mana when you breathe. But when you cast spells, you blow all the water in the air away from you, which is why it takes a few seconds for it to come back. And some classes get the ability to not blow all the water away from them, which is why they get to keep some of their mana regeneration during combat. And as nonsensical as all of that sounded, I don't think there's technically anything in World of Warcraft lore that directly contradicts what I said. There's definitely nothing supporting it, but I don't think there's anything contradicting it either. So, you know, who's really right here? Clearly the answer is me. I really want to play Kingdom Hearts, but I have to finish other games first. It's just, you know, it's really unfortunate. Because the earliest I might get to streaming Kingdom Hearts is in, like, literally months. Or, not streaming, but recording, for YouTube. Because I'm finishing Final Fantasy VII, like, definitely. And I'm finishing, well, I already finished Link's Awakening, it's just not up yet. Because I straight up don't have the time to be playing 2 games at once. That's not happening. I really wish I'd actually gotten all the editing for Link's Awakening done before classes started like I'd originally planned. Could you not leave my line of sight? Thanks. Okay, there we go. Anyway, now that I can finally head inside. Also, these are some really bad shamans. Don't know any long-range spells. Like, come on. I learned that at level 1, buddy. Like, good shamans learn their attack spells at level 1 along with their healing spells. Like, come on. Because I'm planning on doing less editing, I'm trying to be really conscious of the way that I'm talking and the way that I'm breathing, so that way I can reduce the amount that my mic is picking up that I would want to have gotten rid of. You know? Ugh. Not having a way to interrupt their heal just makes fighting each one of these really obnoxious. Because they just heal themselves, then I have to sit there and just keep hitting them for a while. And it's real obnoxious. Well, back to the favorite dwarven pastime, drinking water. That's what dwarves drink, right? Right? No one's saying anything, I'm assuming I'm right. I'll just do that, so that way I can start my mana regeneration a little sooner. Okay, we walk down here and we cry at this shaman because we really wish he wouldn't heal himself, but he's definitely going to because we hit his, because he's the right level. Oh, wait. We rolled just well enough that we triggered him to run away instead of heal himself. Definitely gotta restore some mana before we try and find another shaman, though. Okay. Yeah, we just gotta keep on keeping on. And be sad. that no one's here except for me. But hey, I don't need friends or viewers. I'm enough. Why is it healing itself at 56? That's just lame. Stupid shaman. There we go. Okay, just gotta deal with another shaman or 3. Should be easy enough. See? Easy peasy. I'm gonna let my mana regenerate a little bit because I'm not confident that attacking that defender won't aggro that shaman. You know? I'm just not confident that won't happen. I feel like being confident that won't happen is about the only reason to do that attack right now, instead of waiting for my mana to regenerate like I chose to instead. And yeah. Nope, it's dead. Your heal was wasted. Anyway, now power word shields, that way I can attack it without it annoying me. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. Let's go. Get the first Relic of Awakening. Open up a chest. Everything is great. Everything is stupendous when you're part of a team. Or part of a group. Don't want to get too close to infringing on copyright. Bonus points if that was enough for you to get the song I was referencing. Good on you. You're a nerd. That's great. Like, you definitely have an ear for remembering music and songs and stuff, because gosh darn it. You stop running away, you stupid thing. Okay, let me just murder this other one now. There we go. Okay, now let's go into this room and use the water barrel to get more water, because, you know, I'm gonna run out at this rate. Then check the room for another Relic of Awakening. I thought there was one in this room. Was I wrong? Okay, good, there was. I was like, I didn't waste my time, right? Like, I thought there was one in this room. I've come through here a few times by now, so you'd think I would remember. Which I apparently did. Good on me. I was right. Like always. Anyone who doesn't say who doesn't agree that I'm always right is clearly just spreading lies and propaganda against me. I've clearly 100% never been wrong in my life. Why are you attacking me? How was that close enough to attract your attention? What? Like, excuse me? Okay, let's just finish off the next enemy. I'm surprised that counted as me facing it, but I'll take it, you know? Like, I will take that. Yeah. So, on a completely unrelated note, I hope Alphared's doing okay. Like, he, not only did he say that he was taking a break from videos on his main channel, so there's less Alphared videos going up, for a while, He also just went off of Twitter. So, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. See, the unfortunate thing about Twitter is that you can't tell who's ironically being a jerk and who's actually a jerk. And on Twitter, at least, there actually isn't a difference. Because the difference in real life is tone. Like, you know whether someone's being mean to you just to be mean, or whether they're making a joke and they actually like you, and like, this is just a joke, and in a second they'll be like, you know, just kidding, that was just some random joke, like, and you know, you know that they're a bantery kind of person, and if you don't like that kind of person, you generally aren't friends with them. But on Twitter, because you lack tone, there's functionally no difference between someone who's saying mean things just because they're a mean person and someone who's saying mean things because that's their sense of humor, and they definitely don't mean them and are likely about to, like, you know, say something nice to you afterwards to make sure that you know, take it as the joke it was meant to be, take it as the banter it was meant to be. And yeah, because you miss all the tone on places like Twitter and stuff like that, like, it's really easy for people to take it in ways that you never intended. So, like, I get why Alpha Rad wanted to just take a indefinite break from Twitter. I get it. I hope he gets some rest from it, because I've been on Twitter for a while, although I've only been using the Marindred account recently. But I have an actual main account, and yeah, it's exhausting. Twitter's tiring. Any place on the internet like that that's almost purely text-based is just... Man, you really find out how crappy people are without tone, because what happens is, like, someone being ironic, like Alfred, someone telling a joke, like someone who makes a joke, makes this joke, whatever it is. In Alfred's case, it was, you know, he made a funny image that said silence gimmick account, and he clearly only meant it to be used occasionally on super annoying gimmick accounts. He definitely didn't mean for it to be used for it to just be, like, constantly spammed to every account that could technically be counted as a gimmick account. Like, that was obviously not his intention. Hey, would you mind? There we go. Like, just wasn't melee attacking. If Lesser Heal would go off, that'd be great. I think I'm still dead. Like, I think I still die here. Yeah. That was unfortunate. What ultimately killed me there was that I didn't realize there was a second one in the room. When I attacked the first one. So I didn't wait for enough mana to kill two of them. Because if I'd had enough mana, I could have just kept Power Word shielding and Shadow Word painting and healing myself, and, like, I would have been fine. The first one would have died in plenty of time, and then I would have just slowly killed the second one. It would have been easy peasy. But I didn't have enough mana for that, because I wasn't aware that there was a second one. That's what I get for attacking an enemy in a room I can't see the totality of, right? You know, gotta be more careful than that. Oh well, whatever, it's just a bit of a long walk. But other than that, it's fine. No real penalty here, other than having to walk for a while. But yeah, people are crappy. That's just a truth. You know? Like, you give... it's mom mentality, right? Like, you see everyone else doing this thing, and you're like, oh, haha, that's funny. And then you do it too. Except, when one person does it, it's funny. When 5 people do it, it's getting a little tiresome, but it's still funny. And when hundreds of people do it, and it's all that's going on in this entire space on Twitter for like a day, like when it's someone's entire Twitter experience for a day, because hundreds of people want to participate in this joke and can't understand that that kind of joke is only funny if less people participate in it. That kind of joke loses the humor if too many people are doing it. Like, it's always the problem on forums, right? People see someone else do a funny, and they're like, oh, I'm going to do the exact same funny. And you do this, and a couple iterations later, it's not funny anymore. It stopped being funny 6 times ago, and people are still doing it, and they're going to keep doing it for another 10 times, because they don't get it. They don't get that after the first 6 times, it's no longer funny to anyone but the people doing it. Right? And that's what happened with the silence gimmick account thing. Alpharad posted as a funny joke. The first couple of people posted it as a funny joke. And then people just kept posting it long past the point at which it wasn't a funny joke anymore. And then that causes the whole, you know, experience to just be kind of bad for everyone. People do that. It's one of the reasons I wish more people understood at what point a joke is no longer funny. Because most people are really bad at telling, particularly on the internet. Most people are really bad at telling at what point is this joke not funny anymore. The silence gimmick account thing was funny when Alpharad posted it. It was like, oh ha, that's cute. And it was funny when the first couple of people used it, and it was like, oh ha ha. And then it stopped being funny. And that's the fundamental problem with things like that. Like, that's the problem with being in a... that's the problem with the way YouTube, Twitter, and things like that. That's the problem with the way their comments work. The way everyone uses them. You know? And it's weird because as a YouTuber, that's how you up engagement. Like, if you're looking for clout on a social media platform, you're not gonna get better than the people who follow you parroting what you say. But if you're a comedian, that's not actually good, because it's not funny anymore. Especially if you're the kind of ironic comedian where a lot of the things out of context that you say can come off as mean, like Alpharad is. Silence gimmick account is funny when it comes from Alpharad the first time, and it's not funny when it's coming from another account for the 100,000th time today onto your feed. It has officially left the territory of funny at that point. That's not Alpharad's fault, right? Like, that's entirely the fault of the people who took this thing that he made, which on its own was totally fine. Like, in a vacuum, his post was fine, it was funny. Maybe not everyone would have thought it was funny, but they certainly wouldn't have found it offensive for the most part. That's unfortunate. But yeah, they certainly wouldn't have found it offensive. And then, you know, a couple hours later, it's something that no one wants to see because at that point it is super offensive. Because the people who used it made it that way. You know, it's something you see on a lot of media. A lot of comment sections and things like that. People just parroting back some line because they think it'd be funny to say in this situation. Except it's not. You know, it's something that people often don't get, that referencing a comedian isn't actually funny. And the same's true of YouTubers, right? Like, unless you're already a big YouTuber and you're doing it in jest, generally speaking, if you're talking in a comment section and you're repeating a catchphrase that the person whose comment section you're in says, it's not funny anymore. Nobody cares. There are exceptions, though. There are some catchphrases that are really suited for the audience to parrot back, and those are generally fine. Like, this is a discretionary thing. Like, you know, you can't make hard and fast rules for human communication, right? It doesn't work like that. At least you can't without writing an entire library on the subject. That's how long that book would have to be, because there's so many rules and then exceptions to those rules and exceptions to the exceptions, and it just keeps going, right? Like, because that's what humans are. I really wish I would get the stupid shaman voodoo charm already. Like, it's gonna be a real pain to have to fight my way back up here. I wonder if there's anything I need in there, but based on my map, it looks like there is. So, let's just prepare ourselves for combat, let my mana regenerate, prepare ourselves to have a wonderful day, because that's what's about to happen. This is going to go great, it's going to be wonderful, and the more I believe that, the more true it is. So let's go. Wow, he sure cut through my shield real fast. Glad I had one, I guess. My gosh, with my spell, there we go. Okay, now that I've gotten it down to just one enemy, I'll be fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna regen my mana for a bit. Yeah, there we go. That's the level of health I wanted. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'll beat you down with my mace eventually. But no, actually, I'm gonna smite it to death, because beating it down with my mace eventually just does not sound like a fun experience, you know? Like, sure, I do in fact win eventually, but boy is it boring the whole way down. Anyway, let's grab this. There we go. Let's head on back up. Cool, some more shamans have respawned. is good news today. Okay, and I didn't get what I wanted. Shaman, but it's... well, not much else to do, so let's... I mean, not in line of sight. How in line of sight does it need to be? Okay, there we go. Another enemy slain. Okay, got a magic item. That's nice, I guess. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm clearing the way back up to this quest guy up here, so that way when I successfully get the thing from shamans that I need, I actually have a path back. Don't have to kill a whole bunch of things on my way back. It also serves as something to do while I wait for more shamans to respawn. Yeah, that's right. I'll beat you down. Put that health potion on my bar. Now for emergency use. Yeah, there's still 2 in there. And I don't have enough mana to deal with them right now. Or do I feel like doing so? Okay, you know what? Fine, we'll keep walking down here. Since these shamans... Oh, here. Finally, some shamans respawned. Okay. Murder me some shamans. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Gosh darn it. Drop the stupid voodoo charm already. Ugh. Come on. Don't do me like this, game. Life is pain. And no one understands. So it's the corollary to life is hard and no one understands. Life is pain and no one understands. Okay, there we go. Now, there we go. Just smite some more shamans, like so. And have a great day. If one of these shamans would drop the stupid voodoo charm already. Okay, we're gonna head down here and get the last relic of awakening we need. Hopefully, somewhere on the way, we'll get the last shaman voodoo charm we need. Or get the shaman voodoo charm we need. Saying last makes it sound like we ever needed more than one, which we didn't. We just needed the one this whole time. Just can't get it. The game said no. The game said no. Okay, like, at this point, I'm pretty sure I've killed more than 10 shamans since I took this quest. So I would really appreciate it if my luck would stop being bad and I would just... I'm gonna run out of water. This is terrible. What will I do? I'm going to run out of water. The humanity. I'm all over the place right now. Don't got no idea what I'm doing. Okay, let's get that done. And fry. Yes. Sounds like the perfect plan. Yes. Many tears will be had I believe it's up here. Hey, buddy. Thanks for killing all these for me, I guess. I'll do him a favor and take out the next augur. He is welcome. So gonna open the water barrel and get some water because I'm running low. Helping this guy for free. Such a good person. Since I'm such a good person, I'll just take this first. And it's not like it takes very long to respawn. Does it even have to respawn? I think it might be immediate. Definitely looks like it's immediate, so, you know. Good for him, he doesn't even have to wait. He just gets it right now. Okay, let's go back to murdering shamans now that we have all of those. Oh, life is pain. Okay, here's another shaman. It noticed me. Senpai noticed me. Oh, I really wish I had another rank of smite.
I need a target.
Just want to do more damage. I still don't have the thing. It's another shaman. Time to murder it. It's gonna aggro that augur, isn't it? Yep, sure did. That is really unfortunate that that didn't quite kill it. Oh, whatever. I killed this guy. See, you help someone else and they'll help you out. It's like what they say. What comes around goes around. And in case you're wondering, yes, the joke is that I said that backwards. Okay, so come on here. Come on now. I just want what I need from these stupid shamans. Give me the shaman voodoo charm. It can't be that rare of a drop. I got it so easily the last couple of times. Come on. Ugh. No, the worst part is that I have to do this multiple more times. Like this is my life now. Oh, whoops. Finally got the shaman voodoo charm. Like how there's a level 13 human mage in here. He's just as insane as I am. It's gotta be. No other reason to be in here as a level 13 human mage. He's not even getting XP for these enemies. Literally, the only reason to be in here at this point is because you're insane. Like, there is no other good reason to be here. Like, to be here right now, you as a level 13 human mage. That is my brand of insanity right there. Okay. Now I just have to fight my way back down to this guy's body, kill his body, use the thing on his body, and then I can head on out of here. Of course my inventory is full. Of course.
Inventory is full.
Destroy the shiny red apples, pick up the not worthless thing, move on with my life. Oh, I'm gonna have to destroy something. Here. That's worthless. So there we go. That's how best to manage my inventory right now. And hope that these guys don't drop anything I actually want to pick up. Because then I'll be in a real conundrum of having to figure out what else to drop. In fact, I'm just going to casually make sure that I know what the most worthless items in my inventory are. You know, just casually. Let's see. Oh, hey there, buddy. I mean, obviously the most worthless item is water. Well, does this save me a little bit of time?
I can't carry anymore.
Drink some more. Especially since there's a decent chance I throw away my water soon. Throw away the patchwork cloak because it's only worth 7 copper. And throw away the patchwork armor because it's only worth 14. There. Hopefully that's enough. Everything else in my inventory is actually starting to get worth. It's either worth a lot in time because it's stuff I would have to collect if I got rid of it. Like, for example, the copper or the peace boom and the mage royal. Like, the having those just saves me time, so they're good for me to have. Or there were everything else in my inventory aside from these worn leather boots is worth more than 30 copper. So, worn leather boots are next on the docket. Anyway. Target this asshole, and then right about when he gets there, I want to hit him. Yeah, that's where I want to start the fight. Oh hey, he just aggroed on me. I am really surprised that defender didn't aggro with him. Whatever. I'll take it. Anyway, just beat him, I guess. Then... Come on. There we go. Release Rage Claw. Oh boy. Why am I entering combat? Why did I enter combat for that? What? Anyway. I got it done. Might as well pick up the shiny red apple. So I don't have anything else going in the inventory slot right now. While small, there is a chance that just no other enemies on my way back out drop anything whatsoever. It's not impossible for that to happen. Okay, so I guess those are robes for me to sell. But if I'm gonna pick up something to sell, I'm gonna pick this. If you're wondering why it's to sell, it's because spirit matters more to me than stamina does as a priest. I don't really... stamina mainly just gives you max health, and I don't really need that. Spirit, however, contributes to both your health and mana regeneration, which I do need. So, mainly the mana regeneration part of that. I mean, more health regeneration isn't necessarily bad, but it's not why you put points into... It's not why you, put extra effort into raising spirit as a priest, that's for sure. The nice thing is that the way out's been pretty much cleared by that other guy, so, you know, right up until this point for some reason. Which is a little weird. Not sure why he suddenly stopped clearing the way for me. Gosh. I don't know. Okay, let's just beat up another shaman, loot another shaman, and then keep walking. Beat up another shaman. The theme here may be similar to a second ago. You might notice that. I've noticed that in most games I play, particularly it's been obvious when editing, I have a tendency to mash just as like my default, you know, like instead of timing things, if a game will let me get away with it, I'll just mash. Which I'm gonna try and stop, because I'm sure that's more wearing on my fingers than just properly timed button presses are. Like, I do enough that's bad for my hands, I don't need to do that too. You know what I mean? Like, doing enough to damage them. Don't gotta do that. Okay, let's just murder one more shaman and keep walking. That's really unfortunate. I was hoping the melee attack might come out fast enough to finish it before its spell cast, but alas, it did not. Okay, we continue our path upward. Oh, hey there, buddy. How's it going? There we go. Another enemy defeated. Okay, and we're out. I'm just gonna, at this point, bubble myself and run. Do not stop. That was an accident. Stopping bad. Stopping very bad in this situation. No stop. Keep run. I keep running and running and running for years. Also, I didn't even notice when I leveled up in there. Shows how much attention I was paying while I was playing, right? Like, I legitimately didn't even notice that I leveled up. Which means that once I make it back to town and turn in these quests, I will switch to another character and probably have to do that same place again. That does not sound fun. That sounds like the opposite of fun.
For the goddess,
For the great mother.
warriors of the night, assemble!
In position, goddess, bless you. May the stars guide.
Okay, there we go. at least I'll have plenty of money after this, right? Like, granted, I need a lot more money. But, you know, at least I'll have some. I need so much money. But, hey. At some point, I'll just... like, money will become meaningless. Like, that's the end game in this, is gold just doesn't matter. So, I just gotta make it there, right? Right.
Can I assist you?
Yeah, you can give me what you owe me for that job, dude. Yeah, I'll take the staff. Man, how nice would it be to have a decent weapon? My mace is really bad.
I am honored.
I can't use that yet.
Whoops.
Be careful.
That is not a shop.
My goods are of the highest quality.
That moment when your brain just kind of goes on automatic and you do something that it turns out doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like selling light leather. And you really shouldn't. Huh? Okay. Yeah, gonna have to do some sending of stuff. And I'm also gonna have to take a second to remind myself which
Goddess watch over you.
which classes are supposed to have which classes are supposed to have which professions, because I'm trying to keep my Horde and my Alliance ones the same, so that way it's less, that way it's easier to keep track of. Okay, so yeah, so I want my holy man here to learn mining eventually. Excuse me. Okay, let me just make some linen bandages out of all my linen cloth. It'll be a great time. No one will be seated during the linen bandage portion of the show. This is clearly the most exciting thing I could possibly be doing today. There's literally nothing else that my character could do right now that would be anywhere near as exciting as this. This is it. This is peak content. There is nothing better. Come to think of it, I don't think I ever did any Final Fantasy XIV content that wasn't crafting yet. Because I was catching my crafting classes up with my other classes. So, you know, that's a thing. Whoops. But yeah, lots of linen bandages. Many, 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 many linen bandages. And that's the point at which it's no longer good for me to make linen bandages. So I'm gonna go learn the next thing. I'm gonna learn how to make heavy linen bandages. Ooh. What am I doing with my life, man?
Rune Adore. Be careful.
It's one of those questions that no one can really answer, but you feel compelled to ask anyway. You know, because only you decide what you can answer the question of what are you doing with your life. Like that's the only person who can answer that question is always just gonna be you. You know? No one else can answer that for you, right?
I am honored.
Anyway, sell, sell, and sell. Okay, there we go. I have an assortment of other random things that I'll have to handle later. But for right now, I am going to switch characters to... Fine, I'll play the gnome. Okay, let's play the gnome for a while. Right. At what point was I at? The same point. Yep. Yeah. I live in this dungeon today. But hey, it's fine. It's fine. Renew demon skin just because I can while I'm running around. No reason not to. And then prepare myself and realize that I'm gonna have to do a really annoying thing because I have to go through this entire section which is already annoying. But I'm gonna have to do it with lower level spells. Oh boy. I look forward to this so much. Yeah, life is hell. Anyway, let's just keep going. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. You're wrong. Everything's fine. We are all good. All is well. Nothing is wrong. Everything is okay. I'm going to cry inside and possibly outside, but other than that, everything's fine. Yep. Everything is good.
I need a target.
Just gotta take a really long walk into a place I don't want to be. It's not the worst my day could go. Like, I've done worse. I beat Celeste Chapter 7 Seaside. I beat that mostly out of angry determination. And honestly, if I wasn't streaming it, I don't think I would have beaten it. Like, if I wasn't putting that up on YouTube. Because at that point, not only do I have to admit defeat to myself, but I also have to admit defeat publicly. Even if no one's really watching, that's still a hard pill to swallow. Okay, we go forth into the distance. We go to kill our way forth. Yeah, now we just watch as it effectively just burns to death from our dots. One nice thing about this is that, like, enemies can't really successfully run away. Because they just burn to death. You know?
It's too far away.
So, like, you know, I can just sit here and stab it now, because it doesn't really matter. The dots are gonna kill it. You know, between the dots and the imp, like, it's... Omae wa mou shinderu. It's already dead. Whether it says Nani or not, it's already dead. Like, at this point, its fate is sealed. The only exception is these jerks who can heal themselves. And even then, I just have to renew some of the dots and sit here and stab it some more. See? The dots have me covered. Honestly, this would be even easier if I was higher level. Or not higher level, if I had higher level spells. Yeah, defenders are an opportunity to restore my mana. You know, they're an opportunity to just drop my dots and then stab them until they die. And watch them burn. That was definitely not the right order to cast my spells, but the good news is it doesn't really matter. Because the important thing is that I cast my spells. And since I did, I win. I'm gonna be casting Shadow Bolts, that way if he starts trying to, yeah, do that and heal himself. Gosh darn it, he still got it off. Whatever, just die. I was going to say so that way he doesn't actually get to heal himself, but he proved me wrong before he even finished saying it, so... You know, that's... Don't let your dreams be dreams. He's gonna heal himself if he wants to, I guess. Here's a good question. Why is my macro set to Shadow Bolt? Because I don't open with Shadow Bolt, really. I shouldn't be. I should be opening with a dot. So, why is my macro for having my pet attack set to Shadow Bolt? Oh hey, Mr. Enemy that just respawned behind me. That was rude. Like, that was a really rude thing to do, just to respawn behind someone like that. I do not approve. Anyway, let's drink for a bit since I can't yet use life tap. Okay, now, back to murdering things. There we go, yet another thing successfully murdered. Ultimately, World of Warcraft is just a game about killing things. Like, it gets wrapped in different quests and stuff, but like, you know, this is a game about defeating enemies, you know? That's fundamentally what the game is about. It's about finding enemies like these guys and turning them into dead enemies. Like this guy will be in just a second. I like how he managed to swing his staff to cancel out my, or to reduce, to increase the cast time of my spell at the same time as I was how is that not in line of sight in game? Don't mess with me. Also, immolate didn't, Goodbye. Now I drink. I will drink to his death. Oh hey, it's, Zirconol again. That's the mage that was down here earlier. What a small world! No, really. It's actually kind of small. And there he goes. And let's just wreck this guy next. There we go. All is well. Okay, let's open this chest. See if it has anything good in it. I mean, it definitely had things in it. Oh, it's a food crate. I don't really care. I don't have life tap yet, so I don't really care about my health bar so long as it's above 0. You know, once you have life tap is when, as a warlock, you start to actually care about whatever's happening to your health bar. The shaman didn't even try and heal him. That was stone cold. Oh, he starts to heal himself at half health. This shaman's got priorities, you know what I mean? Like, he's got his priorities figured out and he sticks to them. No matter who would get hurt by that. Okay, work on obtaining this black feather quill. There we go. Now we walk around through the nicely cleared space that those other guys created for me. How kind of them. I mean, they didn't exactly create it for me, but they definitely created it, and I'm gonna use it. Okay, yeah, that guy's not gonna wander far enough away for me to not have to fight him right there. I was hoping that I could keep the shaman alive until after I'd gotten the quest to get something from shamans, but alas, I am not able to do so. Okay, let's mug this guy. Okay, wait for my health and mana to be closer to full. Go. Let my mana get a little higher than 80%. Still just me today. But hey, that's okay. Just me is fine. Just me is all we need. Alright, let's immolate this jerk. There's the first one dealt with. Also, I should be remembering to use the Curse of Weakness. This is, after all, a level at which it's somewhat helpful. Like, there are definitely levels at which it is forgettable, but at this level, it's actually not terrible. Isn't there, I guess there wasn't. Okay, let's go back down this way. Then immolate Shadow Bolt Eruption. That's my starting combo against all the. Oh gosh, there's another one. Finish it. Kill it quick. Kill it quick. Kill it quick. Okay, there we go. Now let's get the next one down. Easy, easy. You know what the main benefit of being a hunter and not a warlock is? Your pets don't say anything. That is the main benefit. Like, easily the main benefit of that. Okay, let's take out the shaman. Should be nice and easy. See, easy peasy. Oh, they're healing. Them healing themselves is really annoying. Ha 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 ha. Just watch it burn to death. I don't have any psychological problems. You have psychological problems. I mean, what? I don't like watching things burn to death. hey, it's only in video games, right? I'm fine so long as I don't like watching things burn to death in real life. I'll just drink some more water. Why does my warlock have so much water? Like, where did I get all of it from? I don't remember. Whatever. Doesn't really matter where I got all of it from anyway. Okay. Let us continue onward. Onward to glory we go. By to glory I mean down into the hole. Which is where glory is, apparently. You wouldn't know it, but there it is. Okay, let's get my dots on this other one too, if I can. Okay, now cast some more spells. Renew. I said renew corruption. Thank you. Okay, and then drink some more mana. Drink some more mana water. It's not very mana rich water, but hey, mana water is mana water, right? Yeah, I don't know. Life is hard. Okay. Let's contemplate everything wrong with my life, and then move on to slightly cheerier topics by
Bell isn't ready yet.
defeating the enemies. Okay, there we go. Time for the next one. Not even close, baby. Okay, a little close. In fact, that resisted spell might be what does it. Not even close, baby. Not even close. If it had resisted one more spell, though, I'm pretty sure I legit would have died. Like that would have been it. End of story. Rip mana summony. Mana summon, that's what this one's called. I was very creative with the name. Man of Summon. No, I put so much thought into naming my characters. Like, I spent a whole 30 seconds thinking of that name. Like, so much effort. And for what? For what? Yeah, just gonna stab this guy for a bit. It's gonna be a great time. We're not gonna question how my imp cast that through the wall. We're just gonna accept that that happened and move on. Okay. Yeah, as a warlock with my current spell set, I pretty much just have to accept that they're going to get darn it. I just pretty much have to accept that they're going to get their heal off. Like, there's really not much I can do to stop them. Excuse me, could you not resist my most powerful dot? Thanks. How kind of you to acquiesce me, to acquiesce my request. Is that even grammatically correct? Is that even? You can you verb that word? Or does it have a proper verb? I suspect it has a proper verb. Oh god, this is bad. This is B-E-D, bid. That first one could die already, that'd be great. There we go. I think I'm still going to die though, because it took too long to die. Maybe I can outrun it though. If it stops to heal itself, I can definitely outrun it. I just have to hope that nothing respawned before it stops chasing me. Well, this is real unfortunate, huh? Why did it switch back to me? Stop. Okay, I got to switch over to him. My threat meter is 100% wrong right now, but you know. Not even close, baby. Not even close. I mean, sure, if anything else respawns in this hallway, I am immediately dead. But not even close, baby.
I don't have a target.
Okay, and hey, I got the Shaman Voodoo Charm, so you know, that's nice, I guess. Oh gosh, darn it. Just gonna embrace my death. I thought I was far enough away he wouldn't aggro on me. But apparently he aggroes further up than most enemies in there. So, you know, learn something new every day, I guess. Just not really something I wanted to learn. Or rather, it sure would have been nice if I'd already known that. There's been a lot of deaths today. I'm not playing very cautiously. Playing very impatiently. Causes much death. At least I got my corpse to somewhere where I can respawn and not get attacked immediately. Assuming I make it back before those enemies respawn. Which I'm pretty sure I will. Feeling pretty secure in being able to do that at least. Okay. Just gotta walk through here now. Easy. Easy. Almost there. Just gotta descend through the spiral of annoyance. That's what I'm calling this place now. Barrowden's just such an annoying place to be. These enemies aren't interesting, and there's so many of them everywhere. They aren't fun to fight, they're just annoying. Ugh. I hate enemies. I hate shaman type enemies. Which is funny because I actually really like playing a shaman. But shaman type enemies in every spot that I've found them in this game are just super boring to fight. The later ones are at least better because they unleash totems and things, but like, these low-level shamans are just so boring to fight because they're effectively just big health bars that heal themselves. and then whack you with their stick, and then that's their entire thing. That's all they've got. That's their entire game plan. And that's just not a very interesting game plan. It's not interesting to fight, it's not interesting to watch, it's just meh. Just a generally meh thing. Okay, let's store my mana. Once I restore my mana, I go kill these jerks. I get the thing over here. And then I go back up there. Turn in one quest, get the next one, and then keep on. Keeping on is gonna be a great time. Also, I just realized that I never hit that on this character for some reason. Makes it easier to click enemies. Which is why I realized it wasn't on. It also makes it so that way you can see enemies' health without clicking over to them, which is a useful feature. Okay, renew corruption on it. Then realize that I don't have my thing attacking it and fix that. Not even close. I will, however, eat that shiny apple. Not because I got low on health or anything from fighting it, fake news. Just because apples are delicious. It's the only reason I'm doing this. I just wanted a yummy apple. Has nothing to do with how full or not full my health may have been after that fight. I don't know why anyone would think that it would have anything to do with that, really. Like, just sounds like someone's trying to conjure a story out of nothing, you know? They think that's what was causing that. Yeah, have some Curse of Weakness. Have some me being annoyed at how long it takes to cast Immolate while being attacked by 2 enemies. Oh, my dots apparently wore off on this jerk. But it's fine because he's about to die, so... Imp, could you attack it? Thanks. Darn it, I'm gonna die. Ugh. I'm just really annoyed that that caused my death, because I'm pretty sure I played that, like, aside from not having a health potion, I played that as well as I could have. Like, I legitimately don't know anything I could have done better there. And that's just really unfortunate. Just get to have another fun long walk back to the corpse. You know? I love walking. It's my favorite thing. The worst part is walking back to somewhere like this, where it was like, you know, you were far inside somewhere, so you have to walk. It's not like in the overworld, where a lot of the times if you die up here, you can just point your arrow directly at your corpse and just walk to it. Then you don't have to pay attention while you're walking. It's just a thing that happens. Then the fact that it can take up to 3 or 4 minutes to get there doesn't bother you as much, because you can just go think about something else. Your brain doesn't have to focus on this. You can use your brain for other things instead of focusing on this. And that makes it far, far less annoying. long way from here to your grave. But don't worry, I'll make sure you get there. I'll take you to your grave and show it to you. I'll show you your gravestone and dig a grave for you too. And then we'll bury you. Oh god, there's a lot of shamans right here. Okay, get demon skin on so that way I start regenerating health faster. Then drink me some water. I'll be honest, I can't even tell when my character sits down playing a gnome. Okay, let's just... I know what I could have done better last fight. I realized what I should have done. Should have had my imp hitting one of them and not hit that one. Like, that's what I'm gonna do this time. I'm going to take that one, do that, and then me target the other one who's gonna aggro. And not get aggro off this one until, oop, I messed up the timing on that. Anyway, the answer to the question, what could I have done better, is do some aggro switching shenanigans with the imp. Unfortunately, I messed it up, and apparently the walk here was a long enough time for these asshats to respawn somehow. That was some interesting melee range there. Enemies get the benefit of being on the server, so they have way increased melee range compared to players, just because they have completely accurate positioning. And my chest piece broke. That's great. Because they have completely 100% accurate positioning, unlike you, you effectively get rubber banded back to them and they get to hit you. So enemies get to attack from way long range in this. Whereas other players have to deal with the same thing you do, which is a slight inaccuracy in what positions are being reported, so players don't get that benefit. Generally. Every once in a while you'll see some signs of it, but generally speaking, players don't get that benefit at all. I'm just really annoyed that I died again. I'm getting real tired of the Barrow Den. Getting real tired of how dense the enemies are in it. Like, it's not that any of these enemies are hard, they're not. It's that they're really dense. Which, I don't know if you noticed, but all 3 times I've died, it's because I had nowhere to run. I had nowhere to go. Because enemies are so dense in it and they respawn fast enough that if a situation starts turning bad, as a warlock at least, my only real option is, well, I guess I die now. I can't run away, I can't do anything. Whereas in most areas in this game that aren't actually in a dungeon, you have more options than that. Because of how narrow everywhere in this is and how dense the enemies are in every single area in it, you straight up don't have a choice. Your only choice is death. Whereas even in other caves, they're usually broad enough that there's at least some movement you can do where you don't have to run directly through an enemy and take even more hits. Like, usually you have some kind of option. And screw me. That's all I have to say about where those guys are. Just screw me. Why don't you?
That's still recharging.
Do that to give me some health. Be sad about the fact that I still have absolutely no way to prevent this guy from healing, and realize that I'm gonna have to fight my entire way back in here. Because there's nowhere I can respawn where I don't just get jumped upon respawning, and that really sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fight my entire way back in there. For a couple of reasons. The first being that... Yes, I know. The first being that all my crap is broken. Which is kind of detrimental to me functioning. Okay, let's do this. You repair stuff? Cool, you do. Repair all my stuff, thanks. Oh, just the knowledge that I have to fight my entire way back in there is just so disheartening. That's gonna be the rest of today's stream, is me doing that. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Be careful.
Ugh. Okay, do that.
I need
And
more mana.
right, because I still under survival sickness, I have lessened mana. And there it goes away. Summon my imp so that way I can cry on the way there. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Jubtog. Yeah. I really don't like the Barrow Den. It's just an obnoxious place to fight. Like, it's not fun. Which is saying something from me, the person who really, really likes most of this game. Like, I really, really, really like most places in this game more than I probably should.
Peace be with you.
And this place is just not fun to me. At all. It's not even in the vicinity. It's just terrible. And, like, to be fair, part of the reason it's so difficult is that I have lower level spells than I should. Because there's no warlock trainer in the vicinity. If I had properly leveled spells, this wouldn't be so bad. Like, it'd still be kinda sucky, as it has been with every other character, but it wouldn't be terrible. You get what I mean? Like, it'd just be annoying. But because I don't have properly leveled spells, it goes quite solidly from annoying to, wow, this is terrible, huh? Ugh. The worst part is that, unlike priests, as a warlock, I don't have any way to prevent them from delaying and interrupting my spell casts. So they just start interrupting and I just have to deal with it, you know? And everything that they hit me with slows down my spell casts, because that's the way World of Warcraft works. And ugh. Just a bad experience. You know? It's just a bad experience I wish I didn't have to be a part of right now. And that's the best way to describe this place. And in their defense, this place is not balanced for a warlock, and it's not supposed to be. There aren't Night Elf warlocks. There shouldn't be a warlock in this area doing this quest. Like, you know, it wasn't made for that, and why would it be? You have to do that corpse run to even get here at my level. And, you know, at the point where you're doing corpse runs, I think you're already asking for it, you know? Yeah, I should really change my stuff around. Whatever. Ugh. This is why shamans are annoying. They're just big health bars that refill themselves. It's obnoxious. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. Okay. Everything is fine. Okay, there's another shaman killed. Now let's drink again. Drink our sorrows away. I mean, what? Okay. On the bright side, we're getting close to level 12, so there's that. The longer this goes on, the more I realize just how long this is really gonna take. So, I mean, think about it. I have leveled up twice today so far. I'm looking to level up a third time. And think about, like, that's an entire 3 hours. And I'm gonna look to level up 3 times. And I'm still relatively low level. Like, this is still relatively when leveling is fast. Oh, man. Can there just not be any shamans or augurs? Can I just fight defenders the whole way down? I like them. They're nice, simple enemies that don't annoy me with their existence. Like, can I just fight just them for the rest of this Baroden? Please? Pretty please? I'm actually surprised this isn't a dungeon, to be honest. It would have made sense to be the, to be an Alliance early level dungeon, but I guess they didn't want to have an Alliance early level dungeon since, no matter which side they put it on, either to the Night Elves or the Humans and Dwarves, it was going to be inaccessible to one of the main groups of Alliance players. Whereas if you're on Horde, all you have to cross is the Barrens to get to the first dungeon at worst. Like, that is absolute worst case. That's how far you have to go, is just cross the Barrens. And that's if you start as a Tauren, and that's really not a hard walk. The road along there is pretty safe. There's not really any enemies that are going to murder you on it. And any enemies that do aggro you are in the level 10 range, level 10 to 20 range for most of that walk. So they're completely avoidable. If you're at least level 10, you can either just outright kill them or at least outrun them. Like, it's not going to be like the corpse run. Not going to be anything like the corpse run you have to make if you're on Alliance and you want to get to the other side. Like if you're, you know, I had to do all those corpse runs for each of my characters, and it's a terrible experience. Whereas if you're on Horde, you don't have to do that. It's easy. Life is easy. Do 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 do. Should wait until that shaman goes away. Gonna try and not be as foolhardy as I have been, you know? Actually, here's an idea. There, now I have to fight less enemies. Please tell me that Jubtog did not just aggro everything on the... Okay, good. I was gonna say, like, he better have not aggroed things, because if he had, I would be so annoyed right now. Oh, whoops. Got a little too close to Mr. Shaman here. He didn't even try and heal himself. How polite of him. And hey, I have a health potion now, finally. That's nice. Anyway, so, drink my sorrows away once again. Okay. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Okay, just got a couple more enemies to get through, and then I can turn in the first part of the Sleeping Druid quest, get the second part, get it complete, and get that last one of the Relics of Awakening I need.
That's still recharging.
Okay. Wreck this nerd, like so. And then really be sad about life. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good plan. It's better than any of my other plans anyway. Okay. Just got yet another shaman to kill. Once again, didn't heal himself. How considerate. I'm really liking how considerate the last couple shamans I killed have been. Like, I'm really enjoying that. It's really nice. I wish more shamans were like them. Okay. Got a drink to restore my mana. I'm almost out of water. I came in here with 16. And I found water in here. If I run out of water, this is gonna take much, much longer. If you're wondering what I was doing there, I was testing if Touch of Weakness was enough to aggro. And the answer to that question is yes.
That spell isn't ready yet.
we go. Now, hello, Mr. Will you... Thank you. Okay, let's see if there's anything useful to me in this chest. I mean, the extra pouch is definitely useful. That's an easy 5 silver equivalent. So, we definitely take that. And now we go down the path, fighting the whole way down. Hey, some more water. Between that and the chest, we're actually going positive on water for a little bit here. Now. Okay. See, that's nice and succinct, and Defender here just gets to die. It's a great time. That is definitely not the spell I meant to cast. I meant to hit Immolate there, and accidentally hit Curse of Weakness. Whoops. Just, you know, meant to hit 3 on my thing here and accidentally hit 4. It's an unfortunate thing, but it happens sometimes. Okay, let's Shadow Bolt this thing to death. The bright side, now that I'm higher level, I take less damage from them. So there's that. Okay. Really starting to regret my decision to not Hearth. You know what I mean? What I mean by that is I don't have my Hearth set to here. I still have it set to the gnome starting area. So that way when I finish this starting area, I can just Hearth back. But it means that I don't get to Hearth out of places like this. And I'm starting to think that maybe that trade-off wasn't worth it.
I can't pass that yet.
I got the imp had line of sight, but I didn't for some reason. We're the same height. Okay. Let's wait a second for a little more regen and then go on and
Charging.
deal with this next one. Okay, now we let our mana regenerate. Then we murder a man. Yeah. End of story, I guess. Okay, now let's wait for this jerk to come around again. Be here in just a second. What do you mean target not in line of sight? Don't BS me, game. Like, stupid short gnome can't see over tiny lips in the ground. Okay, there we go. Now... Questy, if you could... There we go. Like, I really don't want to have to find it in my inventory. You know? Okay, there we go. There is another quest complete. Oh, okay. We're going to take this quest back and turn it in before we go for the last relic. And the reason we're going to do that is because you see how these things have started respawning behind me? We're lessening the amount of them that get to do that.
I can't pass that yet.
Okay, we're just gonna get rid of another defender. I'm not sure what to talk about at this point, but I feel like I should probably talk about something, right? Like that's probably a thing I should do.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I don't know. Life is good, for the most part, aside from my constant state of keeping myself busier than I really should. And, you know, all the trials that brings. But, you know, at this point I've been living with this tendency for years, so... Okay, these two haven't respawned yet. So, quickly do this. That's better than my current robes. Throw it on and get out of here before the augurs in that room respawn. Okay, now we book it back down here. And we continue to go through here. Okay. There's Mr. Circulation. Not sure why I just called him Mr. Circulation. I guess because he circulates through the room. Anyway, that should be far enough that he doesn't aggro him. Let's just take this battle just a little bit further away from that other shaman, you know? So that way we're not cutting it quite so close on its aggro range. Okay. Thing is good. Just gotta wait for this shaman to... There we go. Get far enough away from these others that I don't mind attacking it. Okay. Okay, I have more than 2 full stacks of linen, which is really good because there's a lot of stuff this character can make with linen, seeing as this character is the tailor, right? Yeah, tailor. Okay, let's go.
I can't pass that yet.
Yeah, we're just gonna not even split attention. Oh, that's why that works out better for me. Okay, I just learned something. My pet gets aggro over me in that situation, and so it works out better for me if I just focus on killing one of them without damaging the other one at all, because that way the pet takes enough aggro for me that I take less damage. Good to know. I assumed that since I was the one starting the fight, that I'd be the one face-pulling the other enemy too. But I don't know if my pet just generates some kind of very small amount of threat to everything or not. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just observing what just happened. And hey, I got this one, but without its friend. That's good. Everything's coming up, mana summon. Everything's going my way today. Oh, there's still 2. Cool. There are altogether too many places with multiple augers.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Like, see, this time the second one went for me. Why? Why you do this? Why must you be inconsistent? I thought I understood, but it turned out I did not. Whatever. With the extra level up, my defenses and health are high enough that I can just power through and not care. You know? It's the benefit of being stronger than them. Anyway, okay, so what's gonna happen now is I'm just going to run out, and either I'm going to die at some point on my way out, or I will make it all the way out. So I'm gonna stand here until my health and mana is regenerated fully, and then I'm just gonna book it, and we'll see what happens. I am streaming again, yes. I have no idea when you sent that message, though, because I haven't been checking the chat. So yeah, I am streaming again. Okay, let's go through here. Ah, cool. Yeah, this is my second time through the Barrow Den today. Going through it as a warlock is a terrible experience. I'll be very glad to never do it again. Let's see. Will I make it out, or will I have to revive in town? Let's find out. I suspect I'm gonna die. Taking too much damage. There's really no way that I make it all the way through here. Yeah, this next hit's gonna kill me. But that's fine. Because I really don't care about having resurrection sickness for 2 minutes. Why was my respawn point in Darnassus? What? That's the first time I've died in the Hollow and come back over here. Every other time I've come back in Dolinar. Whatever. I guess the game just knew that the next thing I was going to do was go do tailoring. So really, this is actually good for me. Just weird. Yeah, that place is not fun as a
How may I help?
warlock. It is definitely significantly less fun as a warlock than
Goddess watch over me.
I did it as a priest directly before, and as a priest it wasn't that bad. I only died, I think, once, and that was because I was being impatient, which is, you know, often a cause of death and in this game. Okay, let's see. Do I know all of the... Yeah, okay.
Farewell.
Now, go to tailoring. Is there anything in here that's worth me equipping? I mean, I guess I don't have a decent belt, so make one of those. That's just a bolt of linen cloth and some threads. Yeah, that's fine. Then, simple linen boots, but they require light leather, and that's too much effort. Okay. Let's just start making the bolts of linen cloth while I consider what else to make. Crafting is the most fun part of this game, and don't let anything convince you otherwise, especially not reality. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything in here that at all... Okay, yeah, that's right. The white linen shirt is the only thing that you aren't losing money on making at this point. I think. I don't think I learned anything else that that beats it. Although, crap, it might go green. In which case I just have to suck up the money loss. That'd be unfortunate. Although maybe I can make something else that at least doesn't lose, that I don't lose money on making. That's the worst part of being a low-level tailor, like, this stuff is trash. Okay, there's some more bolts of linen cloth.
Ishnu Allah.
Train me. What all can you teach me to make? I'll just learn how to make all of it, because I've got the money, so why not? How long until I can make the only thing I really care about out of linen, which is linen bags? Okay. It's at 45?
Del Nadris.
So I have enough bags now that I don't really need it, I guess. But whatever. Okay, so let's go here. Let's see what here. That's a loss. Sells for 98. That's a loss. That's a loss. That's a loss. Loss. What about shirts? I don't know how much blue dye costs. How much does blue dye cost?
Feel free to browse.
Crap. It costs significantly more than bleach. Okay, let's see. What here doesn't burn money? Definitely not red linen shirts unless they give me money for red dye. No, okay, costs the same as blue dye. What about simple dress? Nope, that way burns money, jeez. Okay, let's make some white linen shirts until it stops leveling me up every time.
Farewell.
Okay. Make a white linen shirt. Then make another white linen shirt. Ah, crap. It's already at the point where it doesn't level me up every time. Ugh. Okay. What do I lose the least money on? Probably blue linen shirt. Maybe white linen robe. That's a total cost of 1 silver 20, 1 silver 30, and that's a lot. Ugh. Brown linen robes are actually probably the least gold loss. So yeah, we'll go with brown linen robe, I guess. So buy some coarse thread. And we'll go learn how to make linen bags. I hope they sell for more. I don't actually remember how much crafted linen bags sell for. But hopefully enough that I don't cry at how much money I'm burning. Okay, one of these heavy linen robes I'm going to equip. Because it's better than what I have on.
Good luck, friend.
Yeah.
What brings you here?
Okay.
May the stars guide you. Hello.
Now, hello, Taylor. Would you mind training me in the art of linen bag making? Thank you. Okay, how much to crafted linen bag sell for? 2 silver! Yes, that's a profit.
Hello?
Thank goodness. Okay. And linen bags are the way of the future. They're what I'm making for pretty much the rest of time. So, make some linen belts, because while I don't make a profit on them, they're going to level me up faster at this point. And I want that. Okay. And at least I don't lose money terribly on them. Overall, that was still a relatively positive transaction.
Farewell.
Okay, let's do some inventory management here. Sell that. Sell that, sell that. Sell, sell, sell. Sell. Sell all the things that I don't need anyway. Okay, there we go.
Good luck, friend. How may I help?
Okay, let's see.
Good
Oh, you
luck,
can't train me
friend.
further, can you? Hello, Mr. Mrs. Expert Tailor. Thank you
Go
for
in
training me
peace.
in your expert tailoring ways. What's the next thing you can teach me? 60?
The
Okay.
moon light your path. I am honored.
You even teach me? Yeah, okay. Weird. The journeyman tailor can teach me. Wait. Okay, yeah. The highest thing the
Goddess,
journeyman tailor
watch
can
over
teach me
you
is
and
level
keep you
75
guide
stuff.
you.
Do you imagine how annoying it must have been to be one of the people who had to fact check all these things?
Asha Fela.
Like, had to make sure that every tailor was only teaching the appropriate things for their level. That sounds like such a tedious, thankless job. Anyway, so yeah, there's tailoring way higher level, so you know, that's nice. And now I can craft at least 6 slot bags for anyone in my set that still needs it. I don't know where I'm going. Meant to go this way. This is where I meant to go. So I want to go back to town and turn in the Relics of Awakening quest. By go back to town, I mean go back to, Dolinar. Then probably be done for the night. Maybe go do something on another character for a little bit before I go. I'm not sure I have any short things to do. I'm pretty sure most of my characters' next thing is the Barrow Den. And that, even if you're a class that does well in there and you do it quickly, is still at least half an hour to an hour to get through just because of how dense the enemies are. Unless you're high enough level, you can just ignore the enemies, which none of my characters are. Because doing quests once you're too high level for them is boring, so you know. I try to do as many quests as I can in the vicinity of properly leveled for it, at least. You know, in the just grade instead of, wow, that was 20 levels below me, huh? Got to keep walking. I walk down the street and I cry. Okay. It's a lot of walk. That's what this game is, right? Always more walking. Oh, so I'm doing something even more insane now, but I'm not streaming this one. I found out the hard way what the character limit in World of Warcraft is. Because I made one character for each race and class combination for both Alliance and Horde. And you can do it, you just can't have any extras. So I was going to just have it be completely separate from my other characters that I was running. But I ended up not being able to make duplicates because that was more characters than I'm allowed to have. So, you know, I couldn't have another gnome warlock. This is the only gnome warlock. So, you know, I had to keep cutting until, keep cutting characters until it told me I didn't, until it didn't tell me I had too many. But yeah, it's just something I'm doing for funsies. Not gonna stream it though because, man, I want to do something other than playing World of Warcraft with my with my Twitch. And
How may I help?
and also because it gives me something to do in like times when I have like half an hour free. Which is nice. So that way I'm not just locked, because like I can't stream for half an hour. I mean, I could, but I feel like I probably won't get anyone to come watch. Not that that many people are watching in the first place, but hey, you know, I like to pretend I have viewers. Okay, so let's go play as, let's go play as Sword Stab for a little bit. Does he have anything interesting he can go do? No. No, that would be a no. Next attempt. What about you, Best Warrior? Do you have anything interesting you can go do? Or are you also on the Baroden? He is also on the Baroden. Cool. Okay, let's try Elf with Bow. Does Elf with Bow have something interesting and short to do? Something I can do in 15 minutes instead of... I need redland bandanas. I need to kill some young forest bears. And turn in Princess Must Die. Okay, that I can do. Killing some young forest bears real quick. And turning in Princess Must Die is something I can do in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, cool. Let's go do that then. Oh yeah, gotta get my front flips for the day in. It's not a good World of Warcraft stream if you don't do some front flips. You know, somewhere out there, back when do a flip was still a recent joke, someone surely recorded themselves jumping off of a cliff in this game far too many times. Multiple people probably did this, jumping off cliffs repeatedly until they got the front flip animation as they jumped off. I really have to wonder how many deaths, how many times people fell to their death because of that. I hope it's a large number. I really do. That sounds hilarious. So I really hope it's a significant, number.
What can I do for
Okay.
you?
Let's see. I mean, some
Safe
decent
travels.
boots would be nice. Okay, we equipped some decent boots. There we go. Now let's go forth and slay some bears.
That's still recharging.
The annoying thing about being an, a night elf hunter is that I'm suffering from the same problem that my warlock is suffering from. I can't take the next quest because it's not available where I am. So I like my night elf hunter is until I go back to Darnassus stuck without a pet. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Can't pinch that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Because for some reason the night elf hunter can't take the equivalent quest here. Like they just aren't allowed to. They just tell you to go back to Darnassus. It's really unfortunate. Okay, going to walk back up to the road. Mainly because I don't feel like fighting a bunch of enemies in these woods. That's just not what I'm about today. Okay. Got more walking to do. Always more walking to do. And front flips. Always more front flips to do. Okay. Not sure what to talk about. I don't know. I'm starting to think I might have a problem where I'm playing World of Warcraft a little too much. Not because of the actual literal time played, but the amount of time I plan to play in the future. That's more telling. Because in the immediate, sure, I'm not playing that much in a week. I'm playing like something like 10 to 11 hours over the course of the whole week. That's not that bad. Like that's pretty normal for, you know, someone playing a game they really like. It's the fact that I'm probably going to be doing this for the next 2 years of my life in order to finish all the things I want to do. That's when I start to think maybe this is unhealthy. Because that's a lot of hours when you put it across that much time. You know, at that point, that's well over 1,000. And that's just the hours in the future. That's not accounting for the fact that I've already put hundreds of hours into this game. On the bright side, I will eventually stop playing just because there are other games I want to play, so you know, there's that. Although maybe they'll start releasing some World of Warcraft content I care about that isn't World of Warcraft Classic. I don't think it'll happen though. Like I just don't think I'll care to make the transition to retail. Like when it comes to whether to play retail or not, I think I'd rather just go play Final Fantasy 14. It's more my friends play that. So, yeah. I'm much more likely to just go play Final Fantasy 14 instead of retail World of Warcraft. If it didn't have that, you know, nostalgia from back when I was a kid, I probably wouldn't have cared too much about WoW Classic either. But not only did it have nostalgia going for it, but some of my friends were playing it too, and it made it worth it.
Be careful.
Okay. Torn Murloc fins are what I will do next time I stream, probably. So right now I'm gonna go finish the cloth and leather armor quest, and then head back to Goldshire. So that way I can get to work on the next thing. The next thing being sleeping.
King's honor, friend.
Okay, let's see. These pants are decent.
Farewell.
At the very least, they're better than what I had on. Okay, let's head on back to Goldshire. It really says something that I just found a way to effectively walk for more than 10 minutes. Because that's what most of this was. Like, I walked, talked to some people, and killed 2 bears. Most of this was just me walking from point A to point B. And it's been 8 minutes so far as this character. Yeah. That's just how World of Warcraft Classic is. Lots of walking. Gotta walk everywhere. It does make the world feel really real, though. It grounds it. Because it makes it feel more real, like it's not as abstracted as most game worlds. That's one of the benefits of having an overworld that feels this traversable, that feels this much like a real place. Like, the distances, while not entirely accurate for the amount of things that live here, they feel a lot less gamified than most games, particularly most games before this one came out. You know, when this was seen, like, this was a big world back when it came out. Particularly for one without loading screens. Which is, I don't know. I wish modern MMOs waited a little bit longer before giving you fast travel. Because every MMO I've played has either had a relatively tiny overworld and fast travel, or fast travel that it gives to you really early. And while I haven't played a huge amount of MMOs, I've played enough that I'm seeing a trend. Though it really depends on what kind of MMO it is, I guess. Like, in the original Phantasy Star Online, it totally felt fine that everything was a bit more gamified and your exploration areas were very limited. Like, that felt fine because the game was fundamentally about loot. Like that was why you kept playing, was because it was a, you know, you kill things for loot. It's the same reason that they don't focus as heavily on that kind of immersion in like the Diablo games and things like that. It's not necessary for the type of game it is. Whereas MMOs that are more like World of Warcraft are focused around, you know, having a living, breathing world that you could RP in if you wanted to. Anyway, I guess those will be my closing thoughts on that topic, because I am back at the inn and ready to go. So that's all for my stream tonight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. Hope to see you again sometime. Signing out.